What's going on, everyone? This is Elias with the No Sabo Podcast. I'm here with my crew.
Lily Bitties.
And John.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Where you been?
Last week I took a class.
Okay.
Title I was hosting a foreclosure class, but
How's that?
it was kind of repetitive for me.
Yeah.
Because when I took the broker classes, they kind of talked about the foreclosure process and the different ways and stuff. And so, I don't know, I guess I was kind of expecting something a little different.
Yeah.
But it was still good to go. I mean, I still got 2 credits,
Yeah.
So it was good. And then I got sick this week otra vez. Chingado.
COVID again, or what you got this
No,
time?
I think it's just a cold.
Cold, yeah.
But yesterday, and I don't know if you've done this, I was like, I need to feel better quicker. I went to that place, Prime IV, here in Idaho Falls. And I did an immunity IV bag, and it has a bunch of vitamin C, zinc, and I don't know, sé qué más.
Yeah.
And it's just supposed to boost your immunity and help you get through your cold or flu quicker.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I mean, they got those nice ass massage chairs. You know which ones? Like the ones they kind of rock you too.
Yeah.
Que parecen huevitos. They put you in that while you're hooked up to your IV. And then they offer some shots too. So I was like, shoot me up.
What kind of shots?
I did vitamin D.
Are they drink shots or
No, on your butt.
Fuck that.
In your butt?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's not bad, you guys.
Hell
It's not
no.
bad. Mira, ni lo sentí, okay? The lady was the nurse, because there's a nurse there. She was so good. And it doesn't go it goes on the muscle, the very top of your
I was
cheek.
going to say, is this the same type of allergy pills Noel had?
Oh, those the anal allergy pills? Those are big.
No, but it was I honestly didn't feel it.
Yeah.
And obviously the IV that goes in your vein or whatever, but the also the guy that was doing it, I didn't feel it. It was good. But I'm usually the type I don't look when they're doing it, because I'll get a little woozy, But no, it's just like this. And then I was kind of asking the guy questions, just kind of talking through it or whatever, and
I get
it
chills.
was good. I mean, I'm still congested and stuff, but I feel good.
Yeah. I can't do needles.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I hate shots. I'll get a tattoo all day, but don't.
But
don't
you know
inject
what?
me.
So you remember how I had told you guys that I had gotten a blood work done, and I needed to take all these freaking supplements, and so I was kind of telling her that, because you kind of have a consultation prior to.
Yeah.
And so I told her, I was like, yeah, I know I'm low on vitamin D. I know I'm low on zinc and vitamin C and all these other things. And she's like, oh, well, we actually offer some of those in shot form, and you only have to come in once a month to get those, instead of taking a daily vitamin. And I'm like, shoot, I will take a shot once a month, then try to take a pill every single day, So they do have memberships, and I did sign up, and it's honestly cheaper than everything I paid at the doctor's office, the consultations, the blood work, even all the supplements, it's cheaper than all that. And so I'm like, I'm just going to go once a month. I'm going to get shot up with all kinds of stuff, and yeah, I think it'll be good.
I can't
Should
do
come with me.
shots. That's why I
Come
can't do
with
heroin, because
me.
I'm not a needle guy. That's the
I
only
think
thing
that's going to be a
preventing
little
me.
different,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you draw the line.
I know.
Right? It's no, it's got shots.
We should do it. We should
Can't
film
do
it.
No.
Why not?
That'd be a cool video.
Yeah, all 3 of us on
Yeah,
the
no,
chair.
no, no.
I was nervous when I was getting permanent jewelry, because I thought they stapled it on you. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my!
Yeah, I remember that, John. I was like, "Is this gonna hurt?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh
and then,
my
yeah,
god!
it was
They're
just a
gonna
bracelet.
solder it to your
That's
skin.
what I thought. They said permanent jewelry, so I was like, "Damn, all right, I'll do it." But
Kind of have you seen? It's called something else. The one that goes inside your skin. That's that one is permanent. No. You know what I'm talking about? They usually like, I've seen where like they put some like inside your hand right here, you know, or like I've seen girls get like on their chest, like right here. They have, it's like por abajo del skin. They have like a piece of jewelry, and then on top they just put like the diamond or whatever.
Sounds gothic.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now that would hurt.
Maybe that's what I thought was happening that day, but it wasn't. I didn't realize.
That chick still says hi every time. I can't remember her name either.
Was it at the place right in front of the
Zizi's coffee?
The coffee?
Yeah. We got to have them on the show one day, like the coffee shop people,
girl?
And then the plant shop, and then because they're cool people. And
or can we be mobile?
Business.
We could be mobile.
Yeah.
I mean, we just need to get a few things, but yeah, we could be mobile.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We just mic up and then go over there and.
We got to take this show to Vegas.
I'm down.
Just one day, and then do a show high. You know what I mean? Maybe a little drunk.
So I heard you guys was talking shit last podcast.
John was.
O iban a empezar and then you guys got derailed.
Yeah, we were going to start talking shit. And it wasn't the same because there was no like, what is it called? Back and forth.
Because era pura
I don't know,
testosterone
man.
up in here.
I felt some sexual tension between John and Noel. Even at lunch, I was like, "Damn, what's going on with you two?" Like,
oh no.
Yeah, y'all were just. I didn't know what it was. Y'all were just going at it, and I'm just like, "Damn, y'all need to just kiss already." Shit.
It tends to happen. He
said it tends to happen.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I hang out too much with Noel.
Yeah, they're just always giving each other shit, and it's just like,
funny.
damn. I'm just looking back and forth, like, oh.
Were you jealous?
No,
¿No te incluían?
No, I'm not I don't know if I loved. I mean, I can handle talking shit, but I just feel like I just can't do it. Like all the. I feel like that's why I don't have a lot of like guy friends, because like I like to like talk about like deep shit sometimes. And, like, not like I don't like to gossip, but yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard talking shit to you because like I feel like it's not like it's just one sided.
Yeah,
I like giving you shit from time to time, but not like that.
Yeah,
For real.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of like, oh, it's not that fun.
Yeah, it's like all right, that's cool. You know,
No, just kidding.
yeah,
Yeah, but we were trying to, but then we didn't.
yeah. I think I started off like what's up with women? Like, what is your problem? You know what I mean? Tell us what your problem is, Ivory. It's like, why are women so complex?
Our problem is y'all. It's men. You know, the world would be a lot happier without men.
Can I remind you guys of a story that happened once with the snake and the tree and the forbidden fruit and how like everything was chill until like one of the ribs was taken out of the dude. And then this lady appeared and then she did shit she wasn't supposed to. And then kind of like cursed everybody. And then I don't want to say any names, but like it was the girl that did it, not the guy.
That's why I can't get with the biblical stories, though, man, because they always blame the women.
Yeah.
You knew men wrote that thing.
It's very one-sided.
And like, you know, the dude that wrote it, his name was probably Adam, and he got turned down. He got turned down on
For
a date
real.
from
See?
Eve. Eve was like, "No, I don't want to go out with you," and he was like, "Well, fine, you're gonna eat the apple in this story." You know what I mean? That's
Is
what I feel like
this
it
a biblical story? I really just a general story.
Though I thought you were referencing the biblical story.
Oh no, I was just referencing
Pastor
the story.
John over here.
Pastor John.
No, pastors are not in the Catholic Church. Well, they are, but no, they're not. No, that's a different religion.
Yeah, were you a monaguillo growing up? Was he a monaguillo?
I was actually, we would just go to church, but I wasn't Catholic until I was older.
Yeah.
That's right. You guys were Christian, right?
Oh, my mom.
Yeah.
But I mean, we always went to Catholic church. Like we got raised in the Catholic church, but not like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, monaguillo. Oh, he told us a story. Like, well, I mean, people can see the podcast. Last episode.
Which story?
His 45-minute confession.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I think he's said it before, I think.
I was like, God damn, 45 minutes.
I just didn't know you weren't supposed to say everything. You know what I mean?
You can, but
I couldn't look that dude in the eyes after that anymore. I was like, shit, he knows too much. I said too much.
But okay, but how old were you though?
Probably maybe still in high school. Because it was for my prima's quinceañera, who was like 2 3 years younger.
So you were like, you were younger than your prima or older?
So I was probably like a senior in high school.
Hey. Wait, so they had you go and confess because you were in her line or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you were supposed to take the body of Christ and all of that?
After the confession?
No,
Or
no,
like-
for the ceremony that they do for the,
Yeah.
and so
I don't
that's
think
why
they do that anymore.
I don't know,
'Cause
they don't do that
I've
no
been
more.
in a lot of quinceañeras and I've never had to confess.
No, because the
tricked me.
quinceañera party is not
Yeah.
part of it or whatever.
Maybe it was just the priest at the time.
Maybe. I don't know. I just got tricked.
I was gonna say, because I mean, like when we do our first communion, and that's like the very first time that they have you confess, like you're like what 10, 9, 10, like what you gotta confess, you know? even when you do your first confirmation, at that point, like I'm trying to think. I think I was like 15, 16. Me personally, still, I didn't really have a whole lot to confess, but a senior and Elias.
I kissed my cousin.
No, it wasn't even like that. No, it was,
She was third removed.
yeah, it was, I don't know. And then it sucked because after I was done, everybody's like, damn, that took you forever. And everybody else is going in and out. And I'm just like
10 minutes max, and
Yeah,
this one's taking up
I was like,
a whole
shit.
hour.
But I mean, I was a bad boy in high school.
Damn, he did 45 minutes in high school. Imagine now.
Shit.
3
Imagínate,
days later, the priest's like,
no.
all right, you know what? Cut it. I'm done.
Yeah, well, the thing I was saying is like he has like, okay, you know how they tell you to go say like certain Hail Marys and prayers, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know how to do those, you know. So he just basically told me like, just go over there,
He's like, yeah, but
stand there and think about what you just talked
Oh
about.
my
But
gosh.
yeah, I
Think
can't-
about your life choices.
yeah, but I was pretty straightforward in high school. I was just a kid, boy.
So, I mean,
Yeah, this is the
you probably
key.
did. I mean, I think in your mind you made it worse than what it probably was, maybe.
Probably I was very active with sports, so
Yes, think
I
about
was
Oh my
like,
all my thoughts were about sports. My
oh, sure,
confessions.
sure.
I missed this shot. I should have passed this one, you know.
it.
All right, we're not confessing anymore. We were talking about women.
Oh
And why
my
y'all so
gosh.
complex. Men and women are just so different.
Yeah,
Like,
for real.
I don't understand it.
I just noticed, but he stole the Jordan with Uggs.
He wears those things year round.
Yeah, I was wearing them yesterday while I was coaching. I was like, damn, I didn't get my New Balance shoes on.
My gosh,
But-
te digo.
Do you wear them when you mow your grass?
No, well, I wore my other Uggs, like my leather ones. I need to get a new pair of Uggs, but
My brother's wearing the same ones as you.
Nuh-uh.
They look the same to me. Those are Uggs. He has to wear a size 44 in women's. I'm kidding. It's just a joke.
these are comfortable, man.
They do look comfortable, but I don't know about the
I
summer.
mean, the bottom is already like, look at.
Yeah, these are
200,000 miles.
yeah, they got some mileage on them. I need to order me some new ones. I gotta get me some
Do
new
your
ones.
feet not get hot? I feel like we've talked about
We
that.
have talked about
Yeah.
it. You asked him if
I don't know
his
if they
feet got sweaty.
do. Yeah. No.
Damn.
They're not like the. I mean, they got fur inside, but
Boots with the fur.
yeah, it's not. I don't know. I like them. I like
At
the
what
color.
point in your life did you like, you know what, those are fucking badass? Like, I wonder,
Yeah.
when was that?
Well, I used to wear lugs in high school.
The what?
Right? Lugs.
Lugs. You know what those are?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was straight up. Like I said, bad boy for life. Which, by the way, shout out to
Oh my
Cassie.
gosh.
Damn, that Diddy trial is wild, man.
I
that
haven't
dude.
kept up with that.
I don't
Hey, like-
understand that. Can we go ADD? Like I was.
Like these ones?
Yeah. I was like, Usher, you know what I mean? I was like, I need a girl. You know what I mean? That was my style back in the day.
With shorts
you
or
got
just
jeans.
jeans?
Oh
No,
my
I'd wear
gosh.
sweaters. So like jeans
Sweats?
and like sweaters. So I was like a cross between like Joey from Friends and like Usher and Diddy is kind of what I would tell myself.
Bro, you had some swag then.
Dude, I'm telling you, back then, like, I don't know. That was my prime.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what
I mean, so I haven't really like watched a whole lot of like the trial stuff. I'm just like whatever. I don't even want to, you know. But like I'll get like some videos here and there,
Yeah.
you know. And And I think one of the ones that I saw, it was like somebody was saying that, like, I guess they were in a hotel room and then there was like a pool at the end or something. And like they had like, I don't know how many bottles of freaking baby oil in it. And then like that she was in there or whatever, right? And I was just like, whatever. So I just kind of scrolled past it. But last night, actually, like Michael was like just scrolling or whatever, and something popped up. So then we kind of started talking about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I guess he's seen a few more clips or whatever, and like he was talking about how, you know, like that she was saying that, or somebody was saying that everything that she did was quote unquote consensual or whatever, right? And I tell him, I'm like, do you really think that she did all of those things like consensually? I'm like, think about it. Like he, in a sense, owned her. Like, I'm pretty sure that like she was threatened, right? And I'm like, and at that time, like she, or he was her manager, right, for music. And so I'm like, he controlled her career. Like he had her career in his hands. I'm like, and I'm sure that he had her sign something at some point that said, you cannot take your business somewhere else. So like, it's almost like she was in this toxic relationship where he just did whatever he wanted with her, abused her career, everything. Yeah. I'm like, so yes, maybe she did say yes, but like because she had to, she felt like she had to, you know?
Yeah.
Like who's gonna put themselves in those positions? And like, because he was saying something about like, oh, that she had like infections a lot and da-da-da. And I'm like, who would put themselves in that position, you know, like that like knowingly I'm gonna do something that's gonna harm me.
Yeah, I don't know. That shit's just wild and weird. I think she said something like she was 22, like she just didn't know. I'm looking at it from like Diddy's perspective. Like if that was my girl, like I think it was one of the things he talked about was like he hired a male escort for them to rub baby oil on each other, and he was just in the corner of the room with a hat and a bandana over his face and jerking off, right? Watching
Hold
someone.
Up. How old is he?
Oh, he's holding?
Oh, all right, then we're good.
It's all good. Legal. You can put your bandana back on over there in the corner, man.
Did we say that John's little brother's in here?
Yeah. We got John's little bro.
But he's 19. He's 19.
He's legal, so whatever happens, right? No, but yeah, like that's the part where for me it's just like, what? Like, dude, as a dude, that don't make any sense for me.
See, that's what I'm telling you. Men are sick. Y'all are sick.
That dude's sick. That dude is not. It does, and it sucks because for me, dude, I was all about Diddy. Yeah. In school, like I thought he was a mogul. Like I loved his music. I loved
little did he know.
Little Diddy, right? Little Diddy. That used to be my name. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
Like last week, but
I mean, I did kind of hear you had some Diddy parties of your own back in the day.
Shit, no way.
No, I used to have parties, but it was not. It never escalated to that.
Saliendo el peine.
Not like that. Yeah. No, those. We did have a lot of baby oil though. Now that I think about it.
Did you have any minors at these parties?
No.
He's like, we were
underage.
I don't think we. Yeah, I think most of our parties happened well. Yeah, but no, but that's wild.
I will say I feel like when I moved to Idaho when I was 16, I do feel like I did hear more of like a lot more people were having house parties or barn parties or something like that here.
Yeah.
Than when I was back in LA. I'm sure like in LA that a lot of people were having like house parties and things like that, but because there's like really nothing to do here, I do feel like a lot of people were having house parties.
We used to have so many house parties, and there was always so much alcohol and music and dancing. And I'd always try to leave like by midnight because after midnight it felt like everybody was going to start fighting. So I was a lover, not a fighter. Like if I could just...
I don't think I ever went to one here.
No?
I think I went to like, there was also like the bonfires or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bonfires back in the days too. I don't know if they still do that. You know,
We used to have
you can attest to that. Okay, we hear that. Yeah, that still happens.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, different vibe.
We used to have badass New Year's parties. One time there were so many people there that the house was full. There was people, the deck was full that the deck collapsed because there were so many people. There's one time where this girl, and they used to have flood irrigation, and she just was drunk and fell in the water and was like drowning in like 1 inch deep water, so like she needed to be saved.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy up in here.
Yeah, that was back in Blackfoot. Like in Blackfoot, there was really not a whole lot to do. You either had
It's
to,
just him and his
Blackfoot.
cousins.
yeah. You know, a lot of my cousins were there too. So, but yeah, it's Idaho. You know, everything's pretty chill, nothing too crazy. Shit's crazy now, though. I feel like all these crazy kids and drugs and.
I think it's just always been a thing, though.
Did you see the high-speed chase last night?
There's a high-speed chase?
Yeah, another one.
Here?
Yeah, he took off of a traffic stop. I think the kid was like 19. I don't know. And he had fentanyl in the car. Yeah.
Where? Okay, well, where was he at?
Here in Idaho Falls. I actually just looking at it.
What are you going down? 17th Street?
Fuck, honestly. I think they're putting in a residence.
How? Like, you ain't got much space to run. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
did you go down Sunnyside? Did you go down 17? You know?
Yeah, there is really nowhere to go here in Idaho Falls.
No, for real.
Like, yeah, I'm going to outrun the cops where
Yeah.
Pocatello, Blackfoot. There's only 2 ways there.
Oh, man.
There was, let's see. So a driver tried to flee a traffic stop. He clipped a second police car that was in front of him, damaging the patrol car and spinning around his car. 2 other police cars pinned the suspect car between them to force it to stop. Then the driver climbed out of the window and tried to flee on foot. He was caught within a few yards and arrested for 2 warrants, 2 counts of eluding or attempting to elude police officer, possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting or obstructing arrest. Let's see, where did he go? Okay, so the officers were patrolling the Hoops Avenue, South Woodruff Avenue, and they found a vehicle that was previously eluded an officer a few days ago. Oh, so he already ran.
Dang.
Let's see, where did he go? Traffic stop on, is it Hoops or Hopes?
Hoops.
Hoops Avenue. Doesn't say where he took off.
It's crazy.
Damn it, Trevor. He's identified as Trevor Jenkins.
Damn. What is fentanyl? Like, what does that do?
Kills you, apparently.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about that, but it's just like whatever happened to just
Good old crack.
Good old crack. Damn, L.A. over here. What you mean crack? I was gonna say some good cushion alcohol. But
So 4 days ago, the SWAT did a raid on this house, and he had
The SWAT.
He had
Damn,
a
that's
felony
serious.
probation violation warrant. He also did a pursuit, and then I guess he like kind of barricaded his house with drugs, paraphernalia, and guns. Facing following charges of felony eluding, felony possession of a firearm ×3, felony possession of controlled substance, and misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia. And then 5 days ago, no, just kidding. Damn, Idaho Falls is getting crazy, man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Damn. Fucking Idaho Falls, man. It's weird because, like, you don't really hear about that shit until they post it on Facebook.
yeah,
But, yeah. Do you guys see also that they've been tagging up? I've seen so many accounts of getting here in Idaho Falls that they're, like, tagging up norteños on, like, fences and buildings. I guess there was, like, 15 different in one night they got hit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's all I got for Idaho Falls.
Idaho Falls
Your
news.
Idaho update.
Oh man,
Crime watch. Yeah, that would suck. Imagine waking up with your fucking house tagged. Like
Or are they tagging houses or businesses?
both. Like one was a massive norteño one on a residential, like the vinyl siding on like the fence.
Dang.
Like, damn, that must suck because you can't paint that. You got to replace it.
Dang.
and norteño, that's like a gang. It's not like
Yeah,
Los
from like
Tigres.
California. No. Stay. But
Trying to
like,
get crazy.
is it weird? Like people don't have cameras in your houses. Do you guys have cameras in houses? Mine's like a fucking fortress.
In my house?
Or,
No.
like-
Outside, yeah. Like outside we have obviously the doorbell one, right? And then we have one on the corner of the garage that like looks out that way. And then on the side of the house, we do have one as well. And then we do have one in the backyard that looks at the backyard. And then one in the garage. That you can see in the garage, but not in the house. I think cameras in the house like kind of creep me out.
Oh, I have a 360 on the house in like every part of the house except like the guest room and our bedroom and the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like even like a camera inside the baby's room and like 2 in the living room. Like you can see like when you open the door or like mainly because of the dog. But yeah, no, I'm very like paranoid about that shit. And like I feel like all my neighbors have cameras too. So like there's not like one point in the whole
I do feel like
street.
a lot of people now have at least a doorbell camera. And so if something were to happen, like you'll get one point of view here or there or whatever for that. But yeah, I don't know. What if you like catch something weird like a ghost inside the house?
I'd rather catch a ghost than someone fucking... Like I know they'd probably do anything. Whoever's going to break in is going to break in. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It just... Or when my wife doesn't answer, I'll just hop on it and be like, answer your phone. And then, yeah.
You know what's crazy is my sister had cameras at my mom's house while she was there, just to kind of like if she's moving or whatever. So it alerts her when there's movement in there. And she still gets alerts of movement in the house.
Does she play it back? Like on Ring, it lets you, like when motion's detected, it'll let you play back that. Does she?
Well, I would ask her because it's coming from inside the house because that's where the cameras
Ghost
are.
coming from inside the house.
Yeah, so it's
I
crazy.
did have one creepy that like this little girl was like in the field. Like there's a field and there's like big houses behind my house. But there's this little girl picking up garbage and you follow and then at one frame she disappears. And like there's still quite a bit of like the move, like still at the camera. Like it's almost like 180.
Glitch
So
in
you
the
can see
Matrix, dude.
like cleaning. I know it's probably a glitch in the Ring because it takes pictures every so. But like she's picking up garbage and then disappears. And then there's no more footage of her walking into frame or walking out. I know it's probably just a Ring.
Yeah.
But like,
It might not be,
who
bro.
the fuck's cleaning garbage in the back of the field, especially this little girl?
A ghost, bro.
It was during the day, so.
Bro, they don't have a daytime, nighttime. They're just chilling.
But you could see like,
whatever
if,
time of
like
day.
clear, like the little girl, you could like see her. I couldn't see the face because she was facing like picking up garbage in her white plastic bag, and then next thing you know, disappeared.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I should have saved it, but no, I don't think it was. I actually think it was like one of the neighbors cleaned the garbage.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a ghost until you prove it otherwise. Yeah,
Put it in the.
your house
You
is
got
haunted.
cameras in your house?
Yeah, I got my freak off Diddy secret hidden
God.
cameras.
I have them inside of my house.
I got
In my room.
in the boom boom room.
Arriba de
You
la
know what
cama.
I mean?
Ah.
Yeah,
It's like I have like 36 in my room.
yeah. Just gotta get all the
teddy
info.
Hey,
bears
did you
sitting-
use his bathroom?
No.
Any of the
Yes,
bathrooms?
fuck, I did use the
No, I ain't
Ya
trying
te
to-
cachó.
No.
But Chad went in first, so he was
I
looking
ain't,
at that
I ain't
shit.
that kind of pervert. You
He's
know what I mean?
seeing- he's seeing
I'm a
his
normal
brother-in-law.
pervert. All right, like I ain't trying to see you sit in the toilet.
Wiping my ass.
I have a bad gag reflex as it is already. I ain't trying to.
Che
No,
caca saliendo
no,
ahí. Damn.
no. Just in my fridge though. I just want to see who's taking the beers out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, bro,
I was gonna say he's a good host when it comes to alcohol.
Yeah.
that's not good.
It's funny. So I do have a funny story. So we have that camera inside the garage, right? And last September, I hosted a bunch of friends, and we did like we painted doormats for Halloween, and like a bunch of them brought alcohol, and we have a fridge in the garage, and so it also had like a ton of drinks in there. And one of my friends brought her teenage daughter, who's my ¿cómo se llama? Goddaughter. And like she's chill, whatever, like estaba calladita, whatever. And then towards the end of the night, homegirl was dancing and da whatever. After everybody left, Michael's like, hey, she went into the fridge and she grabbed a drink and she tried to sneak that shit in the house, but I caught her ass or whatever. But I mean, no le dijo nada, but he told me after the fact. And I was like, nah, she wouldn't do that. Nah, whatever, right? And then he goes back. He goes to the footage, you know, and he finds the clip of her, like, she opens the fridge and then she kind of like
Oh,
holds the drink. It was one of those cut water ones, so
Yeah.
they're strong.
Oh, fuck.
So she kind of has it on the side like this, and then she like runs up in the house. And I was like, oh, shit. So I send the clip to my comadre, and I was like,
You stitched her out.
Oh no.
and I was like, hey, I mean, I had to, she's underage, you know?
Oh, if I could tell you stories of someone that's in this room. This is a motherfucker that drank my bottles, bro.
Oh, D.
He's so lucky that my parents had a Ring camera, but this fucker would disconnect the Wi-Fi. So the camera, my parents would go to Mexico and he would stay. He'd
I'd reset the Wi-Fi so when people were coming in, it's like loading, and then it's back on.
so he would reset the router,
Oh
and then he'd throw these fucking
gosh.
house parties at the house. And then I'm like, bro, you're fucking crazy. And my parents would never find out. But when my parents like put two and two together, like this fucker is messing up with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Where they would cover the camera, but you could still hear inside the house.
Oh.
Yeah. He thought
He
he
wasn't
was
that smart. He wasn't that smart.
Yeah. Or he's the one that would fill up my bottles with water, and then I'd be like, "What the fuck? Where's my alcohol?" And my bottles would disappear, like especially the tamarindo vodka.
Oh,
The
yeah.
motherfuckers disappeared, vanished, and my bottle of herradura I bought it from Mexico, where my mom and Jerry took one shot, so 2 shots of the whole bottle. The next thing you know, the bottle's gone.
Dang.
Yep. Yeah, he's a fucking demon. That's why I don't trust anything. Or my dad had a little mini fridge in the garage full of beer. Next thing you know, my dad wants to get a beer. There's nothing.
Hey, that's why you gotta have a camera. That you can see
my
the
house,
fridge,
my house
like
is
he
a
said.
fortress. You can't come in without me knowing. And he's the calmest. He seems the calmest one, but he's a little devil.
That's what they say. Los más calladitos, you know.
He's the one that got caught by the cops at night. Yeah, he's a bad influence here. We all have someone like that in our family.
They used to call me the devil, but my friends would always blame me for the shit they would get in. And I was always like the innocent one.
But I mean, did you start it?
I mean, probably, but I didn't end it. You know what I mean?
About it years later.
I had the ideas, and then
I style.
yeah,
Always the idea man, you know.
Did you guys do this? I knew this guy that was from St. Anthony, and they did the weirdest shit because there's nothing to do, but they would steal the pink flamingos. Did you guys do weird shit like that?
Oh yeah,
What?
Like, you got nothing better to do than steal pink flamingos.
go deer humping, toilet papering, egging.
The only thing that I remember that I thought was dumb, but I still did it. It was like messing up people's cars. Like, I think one time we like grabbed Crisco and like put it all over someone's car, or that marshmallow fluff stuff, like covered it all. And I mean, it was like high school pranks that you do on each other, and I was like, y'all are wild. Like, if you fucking do this shit to my car, I'm gonna be mad. But no, it was always like some.
No, bro, I had better
I
shit
think
to
I've
do.
heard of that too, like cheesing a car. That's gross, dude.
I don't know. I think I had different. I did not. Definitely never did anything like that.
We were menaces, like Halloween, like pumpkin stealing, like
What?
Halloween decorations. Like we would have like my truck, the back of my truck full of 40, 50 pumpkins, and then we would drive down the roads and toss the pumpkins at mailboxes and break them.
You know,
So,
I
like-
think kids still do that because sometimes you'll find like random ass pumpkins.
Yeah. Dry ice bombs in mailboxes. Did y'all ever do that? That shit, I had one blow up between my legs. I about lost my ability to have babies. Like seriously, I was trying to fumble, and my friend went, and I dropped it, and then just boom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we would get
Even like I even heard of people like smashing mailboxes.
Oh, yeah.
Just driving by with a bat or whatever, and I'm like,
yeah.
y'all are crazy.
One of my friends went to, I don't remember if it was a bat or a golf club, but he went to swing from the front window, and he kind of got kicked back, and then he hit his friend's, like the back window of his truck, and broke the back window of his truck. But I mean, yeah, there's nothing to do out there, so
What
you gotta
pendejo, dude.
you gotta find different things. Like, I remember like we kept stealing the same teacher's jackalog, like year after year. That finally, like my senior year, like they'd announce it every year. Whoever stole, Mrs. Walker's jackalogs, just return them. Blah blah blah. But the high school police officer, got involved, and someone snitched and said it was us. And I remember like they call us into like the the classroom, and there's this little white boy that snitched on us. It was with us, you know what I mean? But he's just kind of questioning us, trying to play tough, and I'm over here just denying the whole thing. And my damn cousin breaks down, starts crying, and confesses, and I'm just like,
Start singing like a
bro.
bird.
Damn, we had it, but
Which one was it? I'm just kidding.
I ain't gonna say who it was, but he knows. He knows who it was. But yeah, that was. I mean, it was innocent fun. I mean, I guess now today it's just like it was stupid.
Apparently, they still do it. You know what I'm
We
saying?
got
Do some random
chased.
shit.
Like we got chased. Like we had our people scattered because it was organized, right? Like we had like, but I just remember like pulling up to a church trying to pick up a couple of my cousins and friends, and all of a sudden I see 2 trucks turn their lights on and squealing, and I was like, it's a chase. So I had to go as fast as I could, and I hit the freeway and we lost him. But
You ever get chased by a dog?
yeah, we used to play a game called Fugitive, where like, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Blackfoot, but they would drop you off kind of by like where Little Caesars and Subway was, and you'd have to walk to Roops, and then there would be 3 cars, and they would have to try to find you. So you'd have to like, we'd go through people's yards and backyards, and yeah, we got chased a lot by dogs, man. It was,
That doesn't really sound like fun.
oh dude, there was nothing more fun than being out in the dark in town and just,
Was there girls
Walking.
in this group?
yeah.
Do they not have anything better to do? Like,
Dude, it was like,
But notice how every time it's a man that organizes this bullshit, you know? And that's what I'm saying.
dude,
dudes.
it was, dude, one time we were all gathering for the
Te
game.
digo, todas las puras pendejadas, dude.
We were all gathering for a game, and like all these vehicles and people were just at the plaza over by kind of like where Subway and Little Caesars was, and all of a sudden all these cops just pull up, and Quincy was with her friend and she was with us, and her dad and mom pull up in the van, and they just jump in the van, but I couldn't because my truck was in the very middle. So people were driving off, the cops were getting after them. I got hit with a misdemeanor loitering ticket at 18 because I was one of the only ones that was 18 at the time.
Dang.
Yeah, just for trying to play fugitive.
Por pendejo.
Yeah, it's just wild, man.
damn.
But that's what we do in Idaho, man. There's not a whole lot.
No, that's
to
what you do in Blackfoot. Not in Idaho.
Yeah, there's like dances and like clubs. Like I remember Club Q and Retrix that you could go to and dance. But
Was Retrix in Rexburg?
yeah, that was foam parties.
I
over
think I
there.
do remember that one.
Those were fun. I used to love like dancing was like, but it wasn't like Mexican dances.
No.
It was, I want to go to a club and I want to just dance. But the damn women just wouldn't leave us alone. You know, you're just trying to dance with your boys and all these girls coming up behind you trying to grind on you. It was like,
right.
no,
They're doing it
leave me
better,
alone.
asqueroso.
Yeah, right.
My time was dances, like my group. Sometimes there's like 30 of us fuckers at dances, just fucking everyone, girls, boys. We never did that with pumpkin smashing. Trying to drink.
You didn't have friends in high school.
Yeah, fair enough. I was a good kid until I was like his age, and then I fucking went haywire. Yep. Good times.
Until you were 19 and then you went haywire?
Yeah, after high school. I was a good kid during high school.
Yeah, I didn't party until I was in college. Like, and that's when I went back to Cali, and I did a year at the university, and then we would do like the frat parties or like the sorority parties and stuff. Like, I went to Cal State Northridge, and then we'd go to the parties there, and then but a couple times we would drive down to UCLA and go to the parties down there, and I think it was cool, like at that age. But like as a high schooler, like, eh.
Yeah.
But the college parties were crazy.
Yeah.
Floors were always sticky. I remember that.
Yeah. During college, all the people that were in my class could have been like my parents or my grandparents.
Really?
Yeah.
They were older?
Yeah. When CEI was still a technical college. I was there when they switched it. So like, yeah, I was the youngest one in like my whole like program.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is fucking buzzkill. Yeah. It was pretty boring. I was the youngest one in my whole fucking program for my year. So I didn't get to experience that. They never invited
plus
me
it's
to.
a college. It's not a university. I think it's different when it's
But
a
now it's
university.
different, huh? There's way more younger people.
Yeah, but still a lot of like my classes that I took last semester, it was like that.
Old people in your class? Shit. But at least there's like young chickens there too, like young poultry. For me, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Just in the dentist program, that's where most of the young girls were in.
Did you go to ISU?
I did.
You did? How was the
Yeah.
experience there? Because, I mean, I remember touring it, and I was like, oh, you know, like, this would have been cool, too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's still a university, even though it's in a small town or whatever. But I feel like you would still get that university vibe, right?
It was super cool. Like that was one of the only times I moved out of Blackfoot was I got an apartment up there.
Which you wouldn't even have to, because Blackfoot to Pocatello is like...
Yeah, but I wanted to. But
But
yeah,
you wanted that experience, like living campus and...
Yeah, it was fun. It was, I mean, I hated class. Intramurals were cool. I remember I got really lucky. I was really into Ray Charles. Like, it was when the movie came out. No, yeah, I remember one time I had poker chips, and they were two different kinds, but they felt different. So I was like, I want to Ray Charles this shit. And I separated 1,000 poker chips with my eyes closed, just touching them and feeling them. But like, that's when I got addicted to his voice. But I had a music class that I had a final for that I missed a lot of days. And I had to do like an oral test on an old musician. And I just did it on Ray Charles, man. And I nailed it. But yeah, it was fun. Like, I used to listen to The Used every time on my way to school.
I do like the
over there.
Used.
Yeah, that's when I fell in love with them dudes. But
Bro, you had way too much time on your hands when you were younger.
dude,
1,000 poker chips?
Yeah, man. I was from 5th grade on. I was like an only child. I was the only one at home, so I had to figure out. And then my parents would work swing shifts, so like for 2 weeks, I'd play poker by myself, man. Like I'd be out here like trying to see what all the possibilities were, numbers. But going back to college, like I liked ISU a lot. I did intramurals and.
Did you graduate?
No. I think once my intramurals career was over, I was like, it was time for me to step down. I actually met an insurance company during like a career fair or something that they had there, and they recruited me to start an agency in Pocatello. So I was like, I just want to do this because, I mean, I had a girlfriend. I didn't really need to. For me, school was just more about social than it was to like, you know. I always used to love when spring would come because like warm weather. It was like sweet. Like it was cool. Yeah.
Warm weather want.
Booty shorts and skirts. That's exactly what he's thinking.
I'm just waiting for him to say the spring dresses and
What are you talking about? I look good in booty shorts, so I could wear them. It was just nice to. And I hated driving in the wintertime, so that's what I was talking about. What were y'all talking about?
I will say like winters back then were a lot harsher.
Yeah.
Than they are now. Now they're, I mean, you know, does the snow suck on the roads? Yes. But it's not as bad anymore, you know, global warming, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But I do remember, like, the year that I moved was 2005, 6?
Shit, I was in second grade back then.
2006. Yeah, like April 2006. But we had been in Idaho like to visit, I think the Thanksgiving before, so like Thanksgiving of 2005, and I remember driving through Idaho Falls because my dad was showing us like where we were gonna live and da. And it was just like hella snow everywhere. But now, like,
we probably get like one or two bad ones. And that's it.
Yeah, but then like within a couple of days, like it kind of melts or whatever. Especially this winter, I feel like it wasn't that bad, huh?
Yeah, we're getting better. We had that one, like, was it 18? That just was wild, you know. But it's been pretty good. So, but how is BYUI?
I didn't go to BYUI.
It's nice. I get my hair cut. Then I drive there and all the ladies.
Cochino, bro, you still doing that?
Oh no, that's what I was thinking.
You know what? No, like when I first moved out here, like, I considered it.
Yeah.
I considered BYUI. just because of the price.
Yeah.
Even if you're not like a member of the church or whatever, I think price wise, it was still not as high as other colleges and things like that. But when I found out that you still have to abide by the rules, I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like shaving the
Almost
mustache.
because I'm like, wait a second, I can't go in sweats, dog? Like, what you mean? You know, because
Yeah.
I mean, when I was in Cali, I mean, I lived in the dorms and stuff, and it was cool. Like, freaking, you go, like, te levantas in your pajamas and shit, and you see people in their PJs in class or, like, in sweats or, you know, whatever. Like, it was cool. But when I heard, like, oh, no, like, at BYU, like, you always have to go, like, presentable.
Your tux and 3-piece suit.
And for dudes, like, something about, like, y'all can't have beards or something like that, right? But is that like a more of a religious thing? Like, so if you are a member of the church, like, no, you can't have facial hair?
I think they allow facial hair.
They do?
Yeah.
I think maybe now they do, but I think back in the day, that was one of the things where it's like, you can't. Because I remember, like, when I worked at Molucca, and a lot of the people that worked at Molucca, especially at the Rexburg call center, like, none of the dudes had facial hair, and they were still going to school there. And then I remember talking to one of the supervisors and the managers, and they were like, nah, like, you can't have facial hair. Unless there's, like, certain circumstances or whatever. But I'm like, nah. I'm not trying to, like... Not that I was going to do nothing crazy,
Like, I'm trying to grow my mustache out.
No, but, like, you know, I mean... I want to be comfortable. And so, no, I didn't go there.
You get your college degree?
No. I did that year at CSUN. And then when I came here, I did go to, what was it before it was called CEI?
CEI.
No.
Oh, no, it was like iTech.
iTech, yeah.
EIC.
Well, no, I did go to ISU, but here in town. I took some classes here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did iTech for a little bit. And then I was like,
Let's all go back to school.
Huh?
Let's drop what we're doing and go back to school.
I thought about it, you know, but then I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Will I pay myself more if I have a degree?
No, not really.
Come back and like, hey guys, I got a degree. Like my prices just went up because I have a degree. The fuck does that got to do with me?
Yeah.
Adrian's the only one with the degree here. Master Adrian. Mm-hmm. Hats off.
But you already finished?
Already graduated.
So you got your bachelor's already?
No, I graduated the assistant program for dental assistant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So when are you gonna start working, or did you already start
I
working?
already work.
Oh.
Right, so I started with this office, and now I make like the lab stuff. So I'm their lab tech. I
Oh,
do their crowns or dentures.
Nice.
Their partials, night guards, things like that.
But he's still in school too.
yeah. What are you
Full.
gonna get?
So in the fall, I'm gonna get my associates in science, and then in the spring, the hygiene program starts.
Uh-huh.
I want to do that.
I've heard hygienists make money, dog. And I don't know now, but I have a friend that she became a hygienist, but I think she did some classes in Boise or algo así, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she's doing really good.
How
man.
much do they make? Like average hygienist?
Average like starting wages out of school is like 40.
40 an hour.
Damn. What are the female hygienists at? What are they at?
Like one of them that I know of, she's making like 68 an hour.
Dang.
So that
dog.
one of the hygienists he knows makes 60 an hour.
That's crazy.
Jesus. But he wants to do dentures. Like he wanted to become a dentist, but he's like, he's going to focus more on like the design and making of dentures because there's a huge shortage of that here.
Yeah.
So like,
That would be good.
yeah, so he's training to do that because you already do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He already does it right now.
Nice.
And so
So
he-
you just need to get extra.
So we work with like.
He doesn't need a degree for that.
Oh, no?
No.
We work with like labs. They do the design, and I manufacture like the actual denture.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to learn how to design and like do it from scratch.
Oh.
So he's working on that right now. Like, not through school. He's learning
Through experience.
through experience, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's really exciting. I told him, that's cool as shit.
That
like,
is so cool.
Like, I don't know. It's like someone to do dentures and like kind of like hearing like how shit works behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you go to a dentist, it's either just for a cleanup or you've got something fucked up.
I guess that's kind of cool too, because you're not actually like seeing the patient, huh? And like you're not in their mouth, or you would be.
So since I was an assistant, so my whole thing is I can do it start to finish. Like let's say we're doing a denture on a patient that needs teeth extracted, I'll be the assistant helping the dentist treatment plan for the extractions. I can be the assistant there when he extracts the teeth, and I'm the assistant there when we're starting the denture process. Like with crowns, I'm most of the time the one like helping the dentist prep for the crown, and I'm the one making the crown.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
That's
It's
good.
really interesting.
Yeah.
I think there's better like future for that than becoming a dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I told him like that's such a cool thing because like there's such a lack of in this area, and so like it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be cool if I wasn't like grossed out by people's mouths, you know.
You want to see my pearly teeth?
It takes a lot because when you're working with someone's teeth that are falling out.
Here, grab one of those mics because I don't think we're gonna be able to hear shit. Grab that case, Adrian. Here, let me see. Sorry, guys. That way you guys can actually hear what he says.
Like I just went for a cleaning. Was it last week? And I mean, could I do better with my dental hygiene? Yeah, you know, everybody with flossing,
Test.
right?
Test,
but overall, like every time I go in, they're like,
Hello.
"You're doing good." Like I brush really well and stuff, so they don't really have to scrape a whole lot. Cause that's the worst part for me. I'm like, oh, I hate the scraping, right? But because I had braces and I have the permanent retainers, that's where they usually have to scrape a little bit more. And she brought out this tool. It's like it's a water flosser, but it's like super powerful. I don't know.
Like a metal tip at it.
I think so. And so she was getting like where my retainer was, and it just made like this sound like, oh, like kind of like,
Work screeching.
yeah. I was like, oh, I hate, like all my skin was like, ooh. She's like, I know it sucks. She's like, but, and I mean, it was fast, but I'm like, oh, I hate that. But I can only imagine like having people come in with like really bad dental hygiene and like being up in there like, oh, dog, like, you know, like I don't know.
Sometimes it's a smell. Like when
Yeah.
you open up, it just smells. Or sometimes like they just had poor hygiene growing up. So I've seen like sometimes it turns black, like their gums turn black. Seeing it.
Oh
It's-
my gosh.
Test. All right, we're back.
I feel like mine. I mean, I don't have the best hygiene growing up, but
Yeah.
like I've had like I had to get like implants now.
Just careful.
No, because you had poor hygiene.
Yeah, because I lost some molars and it's not fun.
Yeah.
Not the good implants either, right? Like the
You want to give veneers?
I want
I wouldn't recommend veneers.
No.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
It's because they shave your teeth down, and then they put like it's basically like half a crown, and if that falls off, it really messes up your teeth. It's like you shouldn't get veneers. Like all the famous people get it. How they're super white.
yeah.
They don't bleach them. They just get veneers, but it's
Yeah.
not recommended to get it.
What do you recommend?
Just whitening them. If they're healthy, just keep them healthy and whitening them
Yeah.
because there's no
You
point
want
on
to
working
consult real
them.
quick? We can all have them check them out.
Yeah, I want to do something. I don't know what yet though.
Or get a grill, the diamond grills.
Oh my. Aren't those bad too though?
Yeah, but you can take those off and on.
That's true.
They're not permanent, so.
Well, there's people that like keep them on. That's bad. Cause then no se lavan los dientes or just,
Yeah.
you know. But I have seen like the videos of like the people that get the veneers and all their teeth are shaved down to like little piquitos.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's creepy.
It is. It's bad.
Yeah,
It, like,
that's how veneers work. They
it-
shave them down to like
yeah.
picks, like toothpicks almost, and then they put a cap on top of that, and they make them all shiny, pretty white, and all
Yeah.
even.
No,
Yeah.
I'm creeped out.
So you're probably better off knocking all his teeth out and making him
A denture.
Denture, might as well at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like people with veneers, once they get older, they're gonna have to get dentures, no?
Yeah, because it depends on like the dentist or how good they're being made. Because if they leave a gap and then like the bacteria gets in there, then that's all your teeth decayed. Because it's one unit, like all your teeth goes in. So if anything of it gets infected, that's all your teeth gone.
Wow.
Shit.
That's why you don't see dentists.
Then you're gonna
with
be gumming it.
Gummy bear. No.
Do you guys have braces growing up?
Yeah, I had braces.
Yeah, I did. I was horrible with my retainers. So I got to get them again.
Do it.
Yeah.
Can we film it?
I have only like 2 fucked up teeth.
You can get like the Invisalign, like the clear ones, way better than the braces.
Yeah. That's what I might try.
Well, it depends on his treatment, though, huh?
I'm supposed to go get a mold done to see if I qualify for that.
Valiendo verga. What happened?
The light turned off.
Oh, we're gonna need your.
What do you need?
That cable.
Here, you can
back.
take it.
Just unplug it. Hold it. All right, you should be good for a little bit.
Technical difficulties. There you go.
Yeah, trying to figure it out. Yeah, but Adrian actually was. Adrian was my like OG assistant back in the day. Mm-hmm. He's the one that would help me with the cameras and stuff before Alex came.
Yeah.
But he's the one that would help me with events and stuff. Even till like not last year, but the year before. It was the last year he helped me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you stopped doing quinces is when I stopped helping.
Yeah. But Adrian's also a videographer. He also has his own podcast.
Oh no.
Do vlogs with his friends.
That's cool.
So he knows. He knows a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Or Alex, shout out Alex. We do cooking videos with our younger brother.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they make cooking videos. They actually do pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
My little brother, he loves cooking. And
We need to watch those.
yeah, and he has a show called Cooking with Guy. We were actually
Put the link on the bottom so we can watch it.
We'll have to put the link for the TikTok.
Yeah.
We were thinking about doing it like having his own YouTube show. But we got a little bit busy, but he actually it's cool because he has his thing going on, and then he does like his videos with his friends, and then Alex does the cooking videos with him. But then Alex just has been doing like lawn care for like past couple of years, and then this Monday, we finally he wanted to take his like business more serious, so we bought him a big lawn riding like the 0-turn mower.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna. The only thing downfall is he doesn't have his license because he's only 13, 14. He's gonna turn 14.
Yeah, so someone has to like drive them and stuff.
And so he was talking to me all winter. He's like, "Hey, I wanna open my landscaping business," and then he's like, "Can you help me?" And then I was like, "Let's do it." And so we talked about all winter. And then this year, he already got like 2 more yards. And so I told him like, "Alex, I can pull out the machine for you as like with the loan. You can like." And so I just started teaching him like this is like things like. It's not about mowing the grass, but it's more like building a business. And I told him like right now it's perfect because like you have no responsibilities.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have a truck, I have a trailer, like you already have your lawnmower. But if we get you a bigger lawnmower, you can mow these yards a lot faster.
Yeah.
And so we got him a big lawnmower, and then so he's gonna start mowing grass.
Is he starting right there at your parents' neighborhood?
On mine? Yeah. So like he comes every Monday to mow like mine, the neighbors. But I'm like, you can make a lot more money, at least to pay off the machine. And then next summer that you have a driver's license, you already got a truck, you got a trailer, you already have clients. So now you can just like hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody needs their yard mowed, Alex is doing that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to help him because like wherever I have to drive him, I'm gonna have to help him. But I told him like that's like my money.
So he's gonna be mowing the lawn y tú acá con el weedito.
Maybe the opposite, but yeah. But yeah, I told him it's cool because like besides the fact of just like mowing lawns, like you'll be able to learn how to build a business and knock doors and get no as an answer.
Make himself some flyers and stuff.
So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I've been helping him. He made his own logo and everything. And so like we're gonna open up a LLC, that way he has everything legit.
Nice.
And get insurance just in case he breaks something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool because like he has a dream, and I told him like, let's make that. Like I told my wife like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
We have an expensive ass lawnmower at our yard. Like,
Where do you keep it? At your house or at your parents'?
At mine. Because like I have a trailer that's perfect for you to do. I have a spare truck. So I'm like, this summer my goal is to at least get him like 10 to 15 yards. and help him with that. But then also teach him how to drive stick shift because my other truck is stick shift. So teach him how to drive stick shift and then learn how to drive with the trailer.
Yeah.
So because he's going to get his license in the winter. So by next summer, he should already have his license. So
Yeah.
he'll have a truck and trailer and his machine and everything. And so I told him, like, it's a cool way to learn how to build business because, like, I don't think there's any way he could go to school and try to learn that. I think the best way to learn is just doing it.
Yep.
And I mean, I think I have a graspable concept on like a couple of things, so I just let him. We're half owners. We are like, we're gonna go 50-50, but I told him, I'm like, you do whatever you want with your 50%, but with our 50%, we'll reinvest it into business.
Yeah.
We'll pay for the fuel, the insurance, like if we need stuff. And I told him that way you still make money, but I'm like, you got to pay for the machine. That way you can learn how to
Exactly.
how to have a business.
Yeah.
So, that's our new goal this summer.
Very smart.
Have Alex smoke.
Good job, Alex.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
So
badass.
I think that's what like kids need to learn at a young age. Like, they'll learn responsibility, money management, be able to talk to people. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but like I feel like a lot of like even my brother's age, like you try to talk to them and they're like shy and like can't even hold a conversation. So I want like them to learn that. So yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Hi,
Let's
Adrian.
go.
Yeah, I wish school would have taught us that because like even where I'm working, like talking to like dentists and like people that have gone through school for years and are like a lot older, it's pretty intimidating. So school never taught me how to talk to people above me that were like in control. Like or dentists like came to me and they're like, hey, would you be interested in working for me, doing this for me? And I'm like, I don't know, like what offers are good, what offers are bad.
Yeah.
Like, how to actually talk professionals. So.
Yeah. That'd be really good.
Yeah, like talk to Elias. He can talk to anybody.
I don't know about that.
Es que tiene labia, dude. Ese, te digo.
It's the soft talking. man.
Alavia? What is that?
It's kind of like the vulva.
Oh,
I knew I could get him back one day.
damn, he got me.
No, how do you explain it in English?
Labia is like you got like the Donna talk. You can fucking talk to anybody or convince
Yeah.
anybody. You're just slick with words.
That's years of loneliness. Once I got in front of
Ay, te
people,
digo.
I was able to just spit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy to talk to people.
No.
Like I feel like I even have times that I don't want to talk to anybody, and I'm like corporate. Like I always thought like don't do that. But then when I want to talk to someone, then like I can. I
Yeah.
think. But like sometimes I just catch myself not like
Yeah.
saying hi to someone or trying to make small talk.
Just comes down to personality too.
Yeah. I feel like I'm very introverted, but I have to be like, I had to learn how to be extroverted.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
put me in front of Mexican people, I'll talk to them. Like when it comes to like white people, like in English, like I just still feel like I've told you, like I want to learn to talk to people. Like,
Yeah.
my wife is amazing at that. She'll talk
Yeah.
to people like, oh, so what do you do for a living? Oh, how's the kids? I'm like, I feel like I don't do it because I feel like I'll come off fake, you know? And so like, but in Spanish though, I'm like, ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo andas? ¿Cómo está el trabajo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm good at that in Spanish. I'll fucking talk to anybody in Spanish, but I feel like English is like my barrier.
It's the same thing though, right?
I know, but like, I don't know how to explain it. White people are not
I
weird,
get tripped
but,
out
like,
on both. Like,
Really?
because I feel like my Spanish isn't the best when I speak to like, older Spanish speaking people. And the same with English. Like, a veces me trabo with certain words. So I get like that in both languages. I'm like, mejor no digo nada.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I hear like when we go to these like like the luncheons or like meetings that they do like for like the bank at least. I hear like these guys talking like, oh, how was like they'll bring up something they talked about last time. How's your closet? Did you finish? And I'm like, bro, like for me personally, like I don't care enough to talk to someone about like that. I would rather like, oh, how's the family? How's like, instead of like the small shit. But that's what makes
the connection.
Yeah, and in Spanish it's so easy. Like I can go up to anybody working. Like when I show up to a house and like there's people working, like I'll go talk to them, and then I'll try to like, especially if they're doing something that I could like provide a service. Like I'll start talking to them, and then boom, I'll throw it on them. Like, hey, like I do this for a living. If you guys want to do it, and then most of the time it works. But like, yeah, like that I'm really good at. there talking shit just a little bit, enough to make them comfortable where you're from, what you're doing, like, stuff like that. But in English, like I feel like sometimes I just stump myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I have my wife. She's the one that talks.
I have a real curiosity about people, like what they're doing, what makes them tick, why they are what they are. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily love talking about me to people, but I mean sometimes that's part of the reciprocation. Like you got to give a little to get a little. So it's done well because I don't really have a degree. I'm just dumb and stupid enough to do stupid
Heavy
shit.
on the dumb, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, we just spit for about an hour and 5 minutes, y'all. And we still didn't talk about why are women the way they are. Next episode, y'all.
Maybe we'll hit it
Next
on this
episode,
one.
we should talk about why women would choose the bear over the man. You know what I'm saying?
The bear
What?
over the man.
You never heard of that?
No.
Like the dancing bear?
No, like a real bear. Women will choose a real bear to be like
Intimate with?
not. Ya ves?
I'm trying to
There's
figure
a
out.
dancing bear that like girls will like hire, and it's a stripper that's dressed as a bear, and then the next scene they're fucking. That's what I'm
No,
asking.
that is
Choosing the bear.
not
What
what
is
it is. It's women would rather be confronted by a real life bear than by a man, because the bear's gonna be less. What's the word?
Attractive.
No, see, why do y'all always go with that shit, man? That's why women choose the bear. They're safer with a bear than with a man. That's what it is.
Damn.
The fuck Who came up with that shit?
You've seen it, right?
I've heard it.
Yeah.
Peter, what the fuck are you
A
listening
bear
to?
would rather. Women would rather. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next episode. On
Yeah.
the next episode.
We can also talk one gorilla versus 100 men.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's next episode. Don't spoil it.
Yeah. All right. That's what we're talking about. Gorillas and bears on the next episode, y'all. So thanks for watching.
All right.
Bye,
Thanks, guys.